Hi, scribes! How have you been? Hope the writing is going well. By now, I'm guessing you already have at least a half written script, right? Or a fully written short script. Can I give you a little advice? Try to write something every day. It doesn't even have to be much. Even a half-page story will do. As a writer, the worst thing that can happen to you is to lose steam or become creatively dry. Always try to keep the juices flowing. You can write a dry joke, write a weird poem, write a crazy phrase, write whatever you want. The most important thing is to continue testing and fine-tuning your abilities. So keep writing. Got it? Cool. Right, let's get to it. Still talking about writing great dialogues. So far we've listed 8 solid tips. And now for the 9th one. Don't tell the viewers things they already know. Consider this example. A particular news was given to character A in scene 1 of the script. In scene 2, character A tells character B that same news all over again. This is repetitive and amateurish. To avoid this mistake, the writer can, instead, start scene 2 later after the news has already been transmitted to character B. Or cut off scene 1 earlier and leave the new information for the beginning of scene 2. For example, if a character dies in one scene and the protagonist must deliver the sad news to the deceased next of kin, what the viewers need to see in the follow-up scene is what happens right before the relative is told, or what happens right after. Done intelligently, the aftermath scene probably won't need any dialogue at all. All the protagonist needs to do is walk in the door and make eye contact with the person he must tell. And cut to. Also, never write a line of dialogue that begins with, as you already know. Like has been discussed, if information is being solely given for the viewer's benefit, then it doesn't belong in your script. Always remember, show, don't tell. Just like in life, actions speak louder than words. The 10th tip on writing memorable dialogue is avoid on-the-nose dialogue. An on-the-nose dialogue is when characters simply state exactly what's on their mind without nuance or subtext. They're just giving exposition. That's very boring. In fact, it's a script writing scene. In life, people rarely say directly what's on their minds. In movies, they shouldn't either. This is what subtext is about. Subtext is any content in a creative work which is not announced explicitly but is implicit or something understood by the audience. It means read between the lines of what has been said. Let's say this as an example for better understanding of what reading between the lines is. And for the 11th tip, less is more. Simply put, if you can say the same thing with a visual image, action, behavior, or sound effect instead of full dialogue, omit the dialogue. I believe that's clear enough. If it's possible to show it, then you don't necessarily need to say it. For the 12th and final tip to writing great dialogue, forget the notion that great dialogue sounds real. Great dialogue in movies does not sound real and does not sound how you or anyone you know really talks. That's the truth. It is amplified reality meant to capture the emotion of the moment in a few good lines. To put it simply, great dialogue is what you wish you could say, but don't. In the real world, we stutter. We utter words like, etc. We go on tangents. We start a story, backtrack when we miss details, and start again, etc. If we wrote dialogue as we truly speak in the real world, nobody could stand to listen to it in the movie theater. If you truly listen to how we really talk and compare that to some of the best cinematic dialogue, you'll quickly understand that movie characters speak in hyper-realistic dialogue peppered with entertaining, engaging, and sometimes poetic flair. They speak to the beat and the pacing of the story at hand, and this takes consistent practice to master. Remember when we started this app and I talked about writing consistently? If you're truly looking to make a career out of this, then you need to embrace the art of learning. Never stop fine-tuning your skills. It's how you stay relevant. And guess what, scribes? We're done with the learning aspects for writing. From next episode, we'll start dealing with the business side of being a writer. For now, bye. P.S. Let's keep talking in the comments, or send an email to writenowscribes@gmail.com and say hi on IG at writenowscribes.